plot thickens in the Jonathan Kuminga saga, and it seems the Golden State Warriors are not just playing defense on the young forward, but also eyeing a potential high-profile target if the circumstances align. With training camp looming and Kuminga's restricted free agency still unresolved, new reports suggest the Warriors have a specific player in mind for a success trade, a move that hinges entirely on Kuminga signing a multi-year deal with Golden State first. Could this be the ultimate leverage play, or a desperate attempt to secure a valuable asset before Kuminga potentially walks away for free? As the offseason progresses, the Golden State Warriors and Jonathan Kuminga remain at an impasse regarding his contract. The team has reportedly made a new offer, but it appears to fall short of what Kuminga and his representatives are seeking. This ongoing stalemate has fueled speculation about Kuminga's future, with many wondering if he might ultimately accept his qualifying offer. Should Kuminga choose this path, he would play out the 2025-26 season on a one-year, $7.9 million deal, and crucially, he would gain a no-trade clause. This means the Warriors would lose all control over his future, as Kuminga could simply refuse any trade and then depart as an unrestricted free agent in the 2026 offseason, leaving the Warriors with nothing in return. This scenario presents a significant problem for Golden State. Kuminga is currently their most valuable trade asset, a young player with immense potential who could fetch a substantial return. Losing him for nothing would be a devastating blow, especially for a team that needs to replenish its talent pool and maintain competitiveness. Therefore, securing Kuminga on a larger, multi-year, and thus tradable contract this offseason is a top priority for the Warriors. It would not only solidify his place in the franchise, but also preserve his trade value, giving the team flexibility for future moves. And it appears the Warriors have a very specific future move in mind. According to NBA insider Jake Fisher, speaking on a Bleacher Report livestream, if the Warriors could sign Kuminga to a contract in a range of $25 million per year, there's a particular player they will be really interested in pursuing: Trey Murphy III of the New Orleans Pelicans. Fisher highlighted that Murphy was someone the Warriors nearly drafted in 2021 at the 14th overall pick, when they were reportedly deciding between him and Moses Moody, much like they were weighing Kuminga against Franz Wagner. This historical interest suggests a long-standing appreciation for Murphy's skill set within the Warriors front office. Trey Murphy III, a 6 feet 8 inches wing, has steadily improved throughout his 4 seasons in the NBA, culminating in a stellar 2024-25 campaign. Last season, he achieved career-high averages in points, 21.2, rebounds 5.1, and assists 3.5, while also matching his career-high in steals 1.1. His shooting splits were impressive: 45.4% from the field, 36.1% from three-point range, and 88.7% from the free throw line. Murphy's ability to shoot, defend multiple positions, and contribute across the board makes him an ideal 3-and-D wing with significant offensive upside. He would be a perfect fit alongside Stephen Curry, and his versatility would complement players like Jimmy Butler, who the article mentions, though he's currently with the Miami Heat, suggesting a hypothetical future scenario or a typo in the original text, and Draymond Green. Murphy is not a cheap target. However, he is entering the first season of a 4-year contract extension worth $112 million, a substantial commitment. This means any trade for him would require significant assets. Fisher suggests that a package centered around Kuminga and draft picks would be a good starting point for New Orleans, especially given their disappointing 21-61 record last season, which might make them consider a roster shakeup. The Pelicans, who appear to be far from contention, might be open to acquiring a young, high-potential player like Kuminga and additional draft capital to facilitate a rebuild or retooling. The crucial caveat, as Fisher points out, is that this entire scenario hinges on Kuminga not accepting his qualifying offer. The Warriors would only consider pursuing a player like Murphy if Kuminga first signs a larger, multi-year contract with Golden State this offseason. This would preserve his trade value and make him a viable asset in a potential deal for Murphy. If Kuminga opts for the qualifying offer, his no-trade clause would effectively block any such move, and the Warriors would be left with a difficult decision regarding his future. This report reveals a fascinating strategic dilemma for the Golden State Warriors. They are clearly committed to maximizing Kuminga's value, whether by signing him to an extension or by trading him for a player who fits their long-term vision. Trey Murphy III, with his proven shooting, defensive prowess, and youth, represents an ideal target for a team looking to extend its championship window while integrating new talent. However, the path to acquiring Murphy is fraught with challenges, primarily the unresolved contract situation with Kuminga. The Warriors are playing a high-stakes game, balancing the immediate need to resolve Kuminga's future with the tantalizing prospect of acquiring a player who could significantly bolster their roster for years to come. The next few weeks will be crucial in determining whether this success trade becomes a reality or remains a tantalizing what-if. What are your thoughts on the Warriors' reported interest in Trey Murphy III? Higger? Do you think Kuminga should sign a multi-year deal to facilitate such a trade, or should he bet on himself with a qualifying offer? Let me know what you think in the comments below.